Yeah, so it's really a pleasure for me to introduce our next speaker. I know him for quite some time now. He is fairly new to Dubai, just about over 2 years, I think around 2 years time. But in his lifetime, he has built many, many businesses. He built actually over 12 businesses. He's been, I think, entrepreneur for entire of his life. He's built very successful business in UK. He was DJ. That's something very, very interesting about him. And his name is Calvin Morris. Calvin is a very good friend of mine. We know each other from Circle Networks, and we were introduced actually to each other because of Circle Networks. I consider him as a great mentor, and he's been working here in Dubai for over a year now, yeah, something like this, teaching, his hard-earned knowledge about business, about how to build business. And today, he is actually asking his two of his colleagues to come up on the stage, and they will be talking about automation, about the systems, and about all these different things which we as a business owners definitely need. So, Calvin, floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So we're going to do a little panel talk today. So we're going to be talking about automations, AI, general business in Dubai, and a bit about company formation, because we've got a very diverse group in the room. From me and Jamie were trying to figure out how many countries, maybe 10, maybe more. 20 countries. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause, right? So, so look, lots of people in the room who maybe don't live in Dubai yet. Maybe they're thinking about it. Maybe they're thinking about setting up business in Dubai. So we're going to be talking with Rupa, who's going to come up in a minute, a little bit about that. And then Zach and Rasta, a little bit about some really cool AI. We're going to be getting some opinions, some questions as well. But who's here for an opportunity? All should have your hands up. So who wants to speak on stage in Dubai? Okay, you're not all going to speak today, but we are now doing 3 or 4 events a month in Dubai, speaking to 30 to 40 business owners. Any single person in this room that wants to speak on stage over the next 2 months, connect with me and I will give you that opportunity, okay? Okay, so Rupa, Zach, Rasta, if you can come up, please. Where are the other mics? Yep, cool. Where are the, you got 2 head ones, yeah? Just 1 second. Grab a seat, guys. Yeah, yeah, can you do it? Sorry, guys, we're just going to put the mics on. So, Zach, if I'll just give you that one. And then, ladies, if you have the head mic. We have the other head mic, please, as well. Okay. Okay, so how many people here don't live in Dubai? I think we'll just pass the mic between us. We'll be a bit easier than trying to do this on stage, right? So how many people live in Dubai or are moving to Dubai? Awesome. So a lot of people. And who's from somewhere else? UK has flown in. Okay, about 50-50, which is good. So I want to start with Rupa. So me and Rupa met each other maybe 3 or 4 months ago, started doing some work together. And when you come to Dubai, it's not easy to set up a company, or it's not straightforward, let's say. There's a million companies that will do company formation for you, and the price can be very random. Just depends on who you go to, and the level of service can also be quite random. Most people who come to Dubai when they set up a company have some kind of issue in that process. And I was the same, I did the same, and when I did my renewal of my company, I foolishly went with the cheapest option. And to my detriment, I was running around sorting some things out. I was a little bit late and got a little bit of a fine for doing it, which can be common in Dubai if you don't do things properly. And then I met Rupa and we started working together. She did some visas for my family, and in lightning quick time, within a week, done, dusted. So we built a relationship, we started working together, and that turned into some joint venture opportunities as well. So I just want to hand over to Rupa to just talk a little bit about the beginning stages of company formation. Mike, sir. And the key things really that you should look out for, even if you have your business established in Dubai, you don't want to be getting lots of fines and lots of different things that could happen. So she's going to just give us some key points and things that you should take away if you have your company in Dubai or you're thinking of setting up.
Thank you, Kelvin. Switch it on there. There you go. Thank you, Kelvin. Hi, everyone. This is Rupa. I'm CEO and founder of Blackstone Business Setup Services. And I've been in the industry for the last 10 years, and this company is for the last 7 years. And we have branches in Dubai, Oman, Saudi, and Bahrain. So we are helping expats set up their companies, not just in UAE, but also other Gulf countries. So something I would like to say, as everybody knows, that Dubai has been a hot destination for entrepreneurs, for setting up their business, bringing their business here, moving with their families. So there are different purposes that people come with to set up their companies. One is people who just want to relocate with their family for a better lifestyle. That's one purpose. Some people do for tax management. They want better tax rates for their businesses. They want to save profits. They want to make more money. So that's the second arrangement. The third option is where people really want to tap the market. UAE population is 12 million. Saudi is 56 million. Oman is 4 million. So they really want to tap that consumer because now all the Gulf countries are opening up and they're open to different products, different services. So, that's where somebody wants to really sell to the local market. That's the third purpose. And definitely the fourth purpose is when people want to hold assets or properties or shares across the globe. Keeping a holding company in UAE gives them the best advantage because it saves them from all the inheritance tax that is applicable in different countries. So there can be different purpose a person is coming to set up their company. But ultimately, the workflow of how you set up, because setting up in UAE is not like how you set up in UK or in India or many other countries, where it's easy to get a license, you get it online, you put all activities, you can do anything with that license, whether you have an office or not. But over here, things are very controlled and regulated, which is good for the audience because people are coming from all across the globe. And that makes it important for people to do well research before they set up. Otherwise, they can burn their fingers. And cost is also not very cheap like other countries. Setting up company might be $1,000 to $2,000. You can just get your license done. But definitely in UAE is nothing less than 20 to 30,000 dirham. That's the minimum range that you need. Yes, there are a lot of ads in digital world, get your license in 5,000 dirham and all. But when you will come to grounds in reality, if you're setting up or starting a business, the initial legality cost, nothing, you need to be prepared with 20 to 30,000 dirham. Unless you're going for just being a freelancer or not a proper business. So I think 4 things that you need to make sure that once you're setting up your company, whether you're doing it yourself, whether you are outsourcing it to a company, you need to make sure that number one is you plan your jurisdiction well. Because UAE is the only country where there are more than 40 jurisdictions to set up your company. There is Javza, there is Kizad, there is Davza, there is Dubai Design District, there is Health, and more than 40 free zones, and every free zone has a different pricing, has a different system, so it's not same everywhere. But every free zone is giving you a different kind of facility. So if you're into trading, you need big warehouses, you go to Javza or Rakis. If you are really into fashion industry, you want your showrooms to be there, you have Design District. If you're into medical business, you have Dubai Health Authority. So there are a lot of advantages that you get. So it is very important that when you are planning to set up your company, you need to know where you need to place it. For example, best of the IT companies are there in Dubai Internet City. So do you want to be there, or whether you want to sell locally? So defining your jurisdictions as the first part, that you need to plan it well. Recently, we have signed a contract with a Singaporean company, and it's the first lithium battery manufacturing company of UAE. And we are setting up it in Kizad, and they're taking a 27,000 square feet manufacturing place, and the government is also helping them in doing so. Second thing is, obviously, when you're doing your incorporation, you need to compare the prices. But I always suggest that when you're planning your budget, don't just take the budget of setting up the company. Please know how much it will cost to renew it and how much it will cost in case you have to liquidate it. Because I have seen people getting into the licenses, choosing a jurisdiction where setting up is easy, but liquidating is very expensive. And when they want to get out, they say, oh God, it's so expensive. It is more than how much it costed me to set up. So I think when you're planning your budget of setting up, you should also know how much it will cost when you want to exit or when you want to change something or sell the company or something like that. So you need to be prepared with that budget as well. And the final thing is, obviously, when you are breaking up your activity, that what business you're doing, because here, not in one license, you can do everything. So you need to define your activity very, very clearly, that what I'm going to do, so that you know that if there are any external approvals that is required for your business, because there are many businesses which are very, very regulated over here. For example, if you're just an IT company making websites, softwares, you might not need any approval. A simple license would do. However, let's say if you are making ERPs for, let's say, medical industry, for dental clinics, for general clinics, then you will have to get your software approved by DHA if you're selling it in Dubai, by HAD, that is Healthcare Authority of Abu Dhabi, if you're selling that software in Abu Dhabi. So you need to make sure when you're launching a product, software, food product, cosmetics, you need to know what are the regularities and what approvals do you need for that. So these are the three things: jurisdiction, the legalities, and budgeting for setting up and liquidating or amending it. So these are the three things that you need to make sure that you know before you're launching your business. And rest, yes, for any other queries, I'm here to go for a free consultation. If anyone wants to want to know more details, how to set up your business in UAE, Oman, Saudi. And one last thing that I would like to say is that when you're planning to come to UAE, don't think that you are just catering to that 9 million audience, because Dubai is a global stage, and from people from, I think, 300 countries are coming here. So when you're showcasing your product and services in different events, whether it is exhibitions or, a lot of people are knowing about it. So aim high and plan. It becomes very easy to set up in other Gulf countries or Africa once you set it up here, because the logistically it's so easy, Oman, Saudi, Bahrain. So if you have any product that you can cater to that audience, it becomes easy for you to set up in those countries as well. And the license cost is pretty cheap, and most of the Gulf countries have removed the requirement of local sponsors. So this is really opening a gateway of a lot of opportunities for all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So me and Rupa were on a podcast yesterday, and we were talking about one of the questions that Rupa asked was, does it concern you that you came from the UK with a population of approximately 68 million to a city with a population of 9 million? 3.5 million that's going to grow to 9 or 10 million over the next few years. And as she just said, it's approximately 200 different nationalities living in Dubai. So you could not be more globally connected with what all of you do as your businesses in Dubai. So thank you for that. So Zach and Rashta, I'll let them introduce Learnify and what they do in a second, but I wanted to have a discussion of, from the beginning, setting up the company and starting to understand the requirements. And one of the things I like about working with Rupa is that she gives free consultation. You can speak to her team about any aspect of this without having to worry about getting a cost incurred. So all of you should connect with her, even if you've got your existing company, because she's a very useful resource and very well connected as well. So once we've got a company set up in Dubai or we're trading, we want to start learning about all of the things that we need and all of the aspects that are required to grow your business. So my business is a business growth specialist company, and we help businesses with every single aspect of growth, whether it's sales, CRMs, sales training, putting softwares in place, doing introductions, whatever it is, that's what our company does. Now, we collaborate with Zach and Rashta all of the time. We do events together all of the time around CRMs, systems, processes, and AI. So I'm going to pass over to them to introduce themselves and just start talking a little bit about the solutions that they offer. And whether you like it or not, AI is going to be part of your life. It already is, but it will be and should be part of your business. And I'll pass over to you guys.
Sure. Thank you, Kelvin. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Rashta. And
I'm Zach.
And we're co-founders of Learnify. So Learnify is a CRM, AI-powered and sales and marketing automation software. just to give us a bit of background, to give you guys a bit of background about us and our journey, we came from the UK over 2 years ago, and we've been settled here now for obviously 2 years. And basically, we've started networking with many, many business owners within Dubai and started to notice there's a massive gap with existing business owners here, but also business owners around the world in terms of AI-powered tools that they can use for their business. It's very confusing for them what tools go with which tools and which systems to use. Hence Learnify. So Zach can talk a bit more about the AI aspect. I think today we're here more to talk about AI and how we can integrate AI into our businesses. Just to give you a brief summary, we have a global customer base. So we have UK, US, Middle East, South Africa, and Europe-based customers. So when it comes to AI, I think the best way for us to start the conversation is to ask you guys, what are your main concerns when it comes to AI and integrate it into your business? We've been running events with Calvin in Dubai now for the past 3 months, and we've spoke to over 200 business owners in that time. And I think the consensus is the one main question that they come up with is, how can I integrate AI into my day-to-day business activities? So I think it'd be nice if we maybe just go around each table and ask what your questions are when it comes to AI, so we can get a grasp of what you're currently thinking. So I mean, if we can start with this table at the front.
I'll come and give you a mic. Does anyone have any questions here about AI specifically? Somebody in the room better have a question.
Well, as opposed to a question, I guess, is responding to your question. It's really about what AI can, how it can help us improve our productivity, efficiency, save time. Ultimately, that is the benefit that I look at from AI, to be a support to helping us to optimize our time and value and output that we can do. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, AI can help you in multiple ways. A lot of people are using AI right now for content production mainly. They use it for content production because that's kind of the thing they've been geared towards, using ChatGPT and Claude and different things like that to help you create content. But AI can help you with content creation, conversations with clients using text messaging. It can also help you with conversations with clients using voice. That's where AI is going. So there's actually 3 or 4 different types of utilizations that you can have in your business. It can also help you with strategy, which a lot of people don't use it for. What they do, how it can help you with strategy. Remember, AI has a massive knowledge base that it's geared over time with information across the internet. So it can help you with strategy, but it's what you put in is what you get out, right? So understanding how, what kind of prompts you put in, what kind of information you're giving it will be the thing that makes the biggest difference as to the output you get. And the better you become at that, the better results you get.
So just to come back to your question about efficiencies in your business. So say, for example, what is it we do every day in our businesses? Every business owner generally has copy on their website. You have to think about what you're doing now. So AI isn't this thing that you can just put into your business and it's just going to make it the best thing ever. You have to think about where you are now and how you can integrate AI into that. So let's think about things like email marketing. Who does email marketing here in their business?
Everybody should have their hand up.
Yeah, if you're not, you should be. Who does WhatsApp business marketing? Who does social media? Who has a website? Okay, amazing. So these are things that we're currently doing in our business. So then the question becomes, well, how do I use AI to optimize this? So like Zach just said, there's 2 main sources of AI right now, the LLMs that we're using. It's ChatGPT and Claude. So if you're not using these 2, you should really be adopting to them. So say you've got an email marketing strategy right now. What is your email marketing strategy currently? Just give me someone say something that they're doing in their email marketing strategy. What is it? Is it just a nurture newsletter? Do you have sales sequences? Do you have a different sequence for your leads? Do you have a different sequence for your existing customers? You have to start to utilize AI and ask it this question. So if I was using ChatGPT right now with something I'm doing in my business, I'd type in something like, I have a software company and I have existing clients, and I have new leads that I have demoed to. What is the most strategic email marketing campaign for me to run to nurture those leads into clients, and how can I best serve my existing clients into giving them more value? Does that... Absolutely, right? So, thank you. So that's exactly how you have to think about using AI. It's to increase what you're already doing, because we're all business owners here, right? But no one's a marketer, right? Were we ever told that we need to market in our business or we need to be great marketers? We weren't. So you have to utilize ChatGPT as that marketing coach. You can also use it in your WhatsApp business. So then you just put an additional prompt in, something like this. In addition to the email marketing strategy you've given me, I also do WhatsApp business marketing. Now give me a really quick, short WhatsApp business marketing strategy I can use, because obviously your emails are different to WhatsApp business, right? So that will throw that out. And Zach can explain how you can use it in your social media, but also different tools that you can help in your content, such as creating videos, and how you can actually start to listen in on your customers' pain point from discovery calls and using a couple of tools there. So I hope that bit was helpful. There's a lady there.
So can I just add something there for email marketing? So for me, who buys stuff on email? Does anyone go to an email and think, I'm going to buy that? I don't. Yeah, so what I do in my business is informative marketing or free value. So if somebody sees one of my emails and says, oh, Calvin's got a new video with some new tips about business, they're much more likely to come back again and again over a sequence rather than drop off. So for me personally, what's worked with all of the businesses that I've run is actually having the emails informative about what we do or giving some kind of free value. If everybody will be able to give some kind of free value to your client, you've just got to think about what that is. So. Okay, so Jamie, question?
Yes. Sorry, I'm hiding back here. One of the themes for today is networking. How could people use AI to help them improve their networking results?
Well, what I would do to help you increase your networking results is, once you've had a conversation with people, create some kind of bit of information as to what kind of conversations you've had with each person. There's actually a tool that allows you to record the conversations that you're having. I can't remember the name of it. I will have to remember it. But once you've had a physical meeting with someone, you record the conversation you've had, and it will translate that entire conversation you've had, put notes down for you, and give you core actions that you've had based off that conversation. No, it's not a Zoom-based one or a digital one. It's a physical one, like you have it on your phone, right? So you have a conversation. As you're having a conversation, you can record it. As you've recorded it, it does all of that for you and has that conversation, figures out what the key actions were, what the key parts of the conversation were. Now, once you've had 20 of those conversations, you can run that through a ChatGPT or some kind of, AI, and then you can write some kind of analysis as to what, out of these 20 conversations I've had, which ones are the most promising for my business based off my business criteria, and it will give you like a score value of each of the conversations you've had on which ones require your most current interest and current conversation that will give you the best results you're looking for your business, as an example.
Thanks.
I'll give you that tool. I'll have to find it. I remembered it from the other day.
Amazing. So also to answer Jamie's question about how it can help you in this setting or in a physical network setting, is essentially you need to ask it to assume the identity of a business networking coach, right? And say that I am attending a networking, it's online, I want to position best myself, my brand, my product, my offering. What are the 3 main things that I should be doing during those sessions to ensure that I achieve the outcome of course, first of all, making myself memorable. Secondly, positioning my product as a unique selling proposition, right? Because you don't want to make it sound like every other product on the market. And then essentially following up with those connections, because networking is only about 2 things essentially, right? It's about that contact in the room their potential contacts, and then the follow-up of the conversation. So essentially, you could type that type of prompt into ChatGPT, and that can give you the guidance and the strategy. And it's really easily to become overwhelmed as well, because you can just go down a rabbit hole, and it's like, do this thing, and do this thing, and do this thing. So I always just keep it down to like the main 3 things that it's given me a strategy on, and then just try and follow through on those 3 things.
Thank you. So back to Rupa for a second. So Rupa has a pretty sizable company. She is forming companies in 4 countries at the moment. So she set up 5,000 businesses in Dubai alone, okay, over the years. So when we talk about AI, because I know that you've put some solutions in place recently, and then also email marketing, what's your opinion on what we've said about, are you salesy with email? Are you more informative? Are you offering, is your call to action, contact us for a free consultation to try and the leads that didn't buy from you in round 1 of marketing? Do you want to just give us a bit of information about what you do in your company?
Sure. So generally, first of all, thank you. Kelvin is also helping me with improving my marketing and digitalizing things. However, we generally divide the messages 3 different parts. Number 1 is because our business is very informative, people need a lot of knowledge. So we do a lot of online webinars and on thing. Let's say today's topic is setting up in Saudi, or because everybody is going towards it, or exploring cryptocurrency licenses in Bahrain, because Bahrain has literally opened up for digital asset companies. The regulations are much easier over there. So similarly, if there are different topics which keeps coming in, trends, so what we do is we do small webinars and all, but then after doing that webinar, to make sure that it reaches to everybody who is coming to us, maybe let's say somebody came to us to set up Dubai last year, but he might now in 1 year might be thinking of expanding to Oman or Saudi, so that the webinar reaches him and he gets the information, he can see it, and with a point of action that, okay, now if you are thinking of it, come and let's explore about it. So that's one, which is the informative content. Then the second one is, because in our business, there are a lot of, everybody wants to save cost and they know that it's so pricey. So different jurisdictions, 40 jurisdictions, they keep coming up with offers. 1 visa offer, 0 visa offer, a package of this. So sometimes we need to make sure that everybody who's inquiring gets to know the latest offer so that they can save cost on that. So we need to make sure that we push that to the prospects who have still not made a decision. So then that's the second phase that goes on. And the third thing is where we actually are not selling, but we are updating all the customers about new regulations that has come. Because in Dubai, every month there's something new. So VAT was not there, so the VAT came. So all the customers need to be informed. Or let's say if tax has come, everybody has to be informed. Or in the labor, you have to get employees, you need to recruit an Emirati if you have a 50 people team member. So these there are small updates which we need to inform. By doing this, it adds on to the credibility of our business, because the customer is looking forward to your email. He knows that something important, if there is anything important, for sure Black Swan will inform me. And if it concerns them in their business, they will immediately contact us. So that helps us in bringing the credibility. So I think we are following the VCP process. So we are trying to be visible with our different kinds of contents. We're trying to build the credibility with our customers with the kind of quality of information that we're providing. And that is helping us making profits. So this is how we are using AI. And definitely AI helps us in building these messages, automating it, making sure it reaches the right audience, making sure we have the right tone for the right audience. Like you said, a new customer, existing customer, somebody who has never been to Dubai. So it's different for everyone. So it has made my life easy, and also it saves a lot on my recruitment.
So who likes getting fined for not paying their tax on time? All of you should have your hand down, right? So if you were on Rupa's list and she was sending you information about they've now released corporation tax in Dubai, you need to know when to register your company to avoid a 10,000 dirham fine. Does that sound like useful information? If that had a good subject tagline in the email, would you open it as a business owner? Yes. So now her marketing is working because you're trusting in her knowledge and potentially would become a client of hers in the future, even if you didn't buy when you first went onto her list. Agree? Yeah? Great. Okay. Okay, so just kind of a little bit about AI. So one of the problems that you had in your business, Rupa, sorry, just stay on you just for a second. One of the problems that you had in your business was the sheer volume as you've scaled of inquiries and then repetitive questions, the same thing over and over, yeah? Because of course we come to Dubai, we know nothing, we want to know about the prices, the free zones. Typically I've seen people talking about setting up a business and the first thing is they say, where can I set it up tax-free? Which they call a free zone. So Jamie's just telling me time, so we'll finish in 1 second. He's made me lose my trail of thought now. Thank you very much, Jamie. I don't know what I was going to say. That's brilliant, isn't it? So,
Common questions they ask.
yeah, so very quickly, let me just skip this to AI. What I was going to say is the common questions, people are asking the same thing over and over, and Rupa's put a solution in, and Zach and Rasta provide a solution like this. So very quickly, let's just talk about AI employee quick, because we've run out of time, yeah? So,
Sorry.
grab that one.
Yeah, I'll pass
Thank
it to Zach. He's the expert on this.
So we have a system called AI Employee. What AI Employee allows you to do is effectively, if somebody calls into your business and you're getting too many calls, let's say like Rupa's problem, it allows you to have a conversation with people and explain things like, you know, what the different price points are, what your business does for the customer. If they've got any specific questions, like I'll give you an example. We've got a client that uses that system for fire doors, for fire safety doors in Dubai. So it will do things like they will call up and say, I want an steel fire door, and they won't know the diameters that they need to get and all that kind of stuff, and it will answer and ask all the questions and get the relevant information from them. Then once they're in a buyer's decision-making process, they're like at the stage where they're going to be buying the product, then it puts it through to a sales staff member who then actually does the selling. So the FAQ parts are all taken care of through the AI system. We also have something called, like a messaging AI as well, which works with WhatsApp. It also works with SMS and Messenger and all that kind of stuff. So we have clients that use it for, let's say they're running a Facebook ad, and a lot of people run lead ads on Facebook, right? So they run a lead ad, they capture people's information, get their phone numbers, and within 1 minute, it will message them and start a conversation off and start to convince them to book a call with them. And that's really having a massive impact on their return on ad spend.
So just to clarify, tons of business owners have said their biggest problem is missed calls in their business and missing the leads once the leads come in, right? Because we all know about this term called speed to lead. If you're not at that lead within 5 minutes, they've probably gone somewhere else, someone else has shown them an ad, and they've gone from your funnel. So essentially these two things, one is called conversational AI, so that's the messaging thing that happens, and the other is the AI agent, which is the voice, which works for incoming calls into your business, takes over that problem completely. You no longer ever have that problem in your business again. So you no longer ever lose a lead again. No lead ever falls through the cracks, which is one of the biggest things that takes away profits and revenues from a business owner.
Thank you very much. So who wants 1,000 leads coming into their business every week and them answer within a minute while you're sleeping and prospecting your clients for you? So that is what AI does, so speak to Zach and Rasta. So look, thank you everybody. I think we're up now, so I'm going to hand back to the hosts. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you ever so much for that, Kelvin, and guys, thank you ever so much. How informative was that? How informative was that? Is anyone around the room, though, got anything that they want to share about AI? Yes, I want to share. Please, yeah, let's bring the microphone, yeah.
It's a story related to my son, but it's just an example and a metaphor. So my son got a very bad math teacher, very bad. 6 months in the process, still he was failing, getting 2 all the time. And coming home complaining for how not empathetic she was, how not empowering she was. So my husband took over and he started to Notebook LM and ChatGPT to help him tutoring in math. And in 2 months, his score went from 2 to 6. So the thing is, actually, no, he was talking now, ask him to do the exercise, follow, ask him to check if it's correct. So he put in place an entire process, and eventually we realized it was most able to succeed through a machine rather than through a human connection. So now the question is, what is relevant for us as human being in 2025? If the machine can take over, it's so important we really deep dive in our ability to build rapport, building trust, strengthening human connection. We are given with a lot of free time that we can invest in deepening what machine cannot do. Those type of teachers now are completely obsolete and they add zero value. So I invite, coming more from the human perspective of thing, to really build on your personal value, because you can make the difference as a human, and being supported in having machine running the obsolete stuff. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Something that I heard, and it's really putting the dot on what you just said, that people will not be replaced by AI. People will be replaced by people who use AI.
Oh, great quote. Write that down, guys. That is good. That is good.
Mindvalley, somebody.
Mindvalley, yeah, no, great. Thank you.
Hi, I would like to tell you a case study of real use in the business. VirtuZone is one of the early adopters in the UAE for the AI. We built up a text GPT for them. So you could have gone to their website and they have trained that chat GPT system over their website so that you can ask any of your corporate or VAT tax question. And we developed it in a way that it was used for the lead generations. So for example, you are asking a question, it responds, and ultimately it takes you to the real person, generate a real lead. And in some situation, they generated over 500 leads a day on that system.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all through the AI.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Similarly, another case study is about the Gen AI. We are using the Gen AI during the cricket matches. The system automatically creates that who has hit a six or who is out, and automatically create a post and post it to the social media of that particular player or the cricket association.